Hey, it's Adon here, adoncoin.com, where I teach you how to play in DADGAD guitar. This lesson we're going to learn the common minor chord shapes on the DADGAD neck, and we're going to compare it with the standard tuning equivalent. So hopefully everything nicely links up together for us in our minds. If you haven't seen the major version of this, you can check it in the description below or up in the corner. So we're going to start with A minor, and this is the A minor shape in standard. And how does it compare to the DADGAD equivalent? So I'll show you the DADGAD equivalent. It's just like this. So let's go back to the standard version. So what's happened is when we're moving down to DADGAD, we have that high E is down to a D. So let's follow that. That high is gone down 2 frets, which is 1 tone. So that's there. Then we can go back again. So this note that was on with our first finger has now gone down 1 tone as well. So that's up here. And then the other notes have all stayed the same. So when we play it together, one more time, I'll go back to the A minor in standard, and then following those notes up, that's your A minor. So you can also play this with a bar chord, if it's handier for you, with your third finger or your second finger. I prefer with my third. So there's one other version, which is a little easier as well, just with 3 fingers, and you're not playing that high E note, instead of getting that high E note in there. This is a handy chord. It's just one that comes in handy quite a lot. So there are your 3 versions of it. So let's go on to your B minor in standard. You have this bar shape, and you can also play it without the bar. So moving on up to the B minor in DADGAD, it's basically the same shape as your A minor. Just A minor sliding up to B minor. So obviously you can play that with the bar as well. But let's compare it to that bar B minor shape. So it's the exact same as we did before. This high note is going to be up 2 frets, and the note where our second finger is here is going to be up 2 frets as well. So that's how it compares. And the D and G strings are going to stay the same. So then we have, the bar shape there as well. If you want to get the low note in there with that B minor shape, this is a bit of a trickier fingering, because you're getting that low shape in there as well, that low A. So that's first finger on the second fret of that low A, second finger on the 4th fret of the D, third finger on the 4th fret of that G, and then 4th finger is stretched up to that 5th fret for that B minor. So that one, a little awkward, but it's one to know as well. So going on from here, we have the C minor. So in standard, you might see some people play it like this. So that's one version. And then the only note we have to focus in on here when we're moving down to DADGAD is that second finger note. We're going to slide it up 2 frets because we have lowered that B string to a D. So here is the DADGAD C minor. So that's your C minor in DADGAD. One more I'll show you how it moves up. It's simply that one note on that B string, now down to an A string. So there you go. So then we have our B minor or D minor. So D minor shape in standard, and moving that to DADGAD. Once again, it's going to be the first note going up 2 frets, and then we have this third finger is going to go up 2 frets as well. So it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but we'll give it a go. Here it is. Because we're in DADGAD, you can strum all of those strings now. They don't have to be so closed off or muted. So one more time I'll show you where that stems from. Watch that first finger is now up on that 3rd fret there. First finger where we had it in DADGAD, or in standard, moving up is now where our second finger is. And where our 3rd finger was in standard is now up where our 4th finger is. So. Cool, so moving on from there, we have this E minor shape, and this is an easy one for us because we just have to focus in on that low E string down to a D. So it's gone down 1 tone, so that's going to be a note. Our E note is going to be on the 2nd fret. So in DADGAD, here is our E minor. And you want to make sure that G string is ringing out. So that's right here. and we don't play the high D or A. So there's your E minor. So one more time to just compare. You're simply putting that note on the second fret. Now you can play it with your first, second and third finger, or you can also play it with your second, third and fourth. I usually play it with my second, third and fourth, but whatever you'd like. Then we're on to this F minor in standard. It's going to be very similar to what we just done. So it's going to be this F note up here is going to go down 2 tones, or 2 frets, 1 tone. That's going to be F minor here in DADGAD. That's a movable shape as well. F minor. One more time. Standard shape, F minor in DADGAD shape. And then finally we're on to our G minor, and that's going to be pretty much the same as what we just done. So there's your G minor in standard, and we're just dropping that first, where that first finger was, down 1 tone, which is 2 frets. So that's going to be G minor right here. And just as a bonus, I thought I'd show you that some people play the G minor like this in standard, and there is a nice version in DADGAD, but it's quite a stretch, but it sounds great. So that's right here. So that's a big stretch. So that's with your first finger on that 5th fret. First finger is all the way up on the 1st fret. So it is a bit of a, you really have to arch your hand to get that. But let's see where it's coming from. You have that G minor shape in standard. We don't have to worry about the high notes because we can't cover them in DADGAD for the moment. But so the first finger is going to stay where it is, but that where we had our second finger is going to go up 2 frets. That's up here now. So that's a great chord. Your D and G minor. So they are the chords going through for you, all the minor chords, the ones that are common anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, or if you have any questions at all, or if you have any other suggestions yourself, leave them in the comments, and I'm happy to help out in any way. So do check out the other videos on the channel and subscribe for more. So I'll see you on the next one. All the best.